半场的话，
就一局完，第二局就换人。
那第二局有第三盘呢，
那就第一局的再换。
干，
就是第一局可以追啊。
领导是
这个。
没有，他可能波到，
就是说他那个热力度是我调的，
反正你还再调回来，不然再调回来好了。
跟我跟差不多。
没有啊，刚才是很多啊，还是你调可以的。
这可以哦。
啊？
这可以。
那你就调，反正多少好像没有。
没有说好好的。
Well, that's the scene at the Taipei Arena here for the Yonex Chinese Taipei Open 2019. It's a splendid stage. It's a 15,000-seater stadium. And there's approximately 10,000 seats here, and a lot of them are taken. In the world 2 years ago, March 2017. Down in the bottom half, it's Choi Sul-yu and Seo Sun-jae against Li Yang and Wang Qilin. Here come the Danes. Generous hand for the sole European representatives in this men's doubles discipline. Mads Conrad Pedersen out first, and behind him the most experienced campaigner, 39 years old, Matthias Bo, who used to play, of course, with Morgensen. And now Go Vishem and Tan Wee Kiong from Malaysia. Plenty of fans they have here in Chinese Taipei. They are the fourth seeds against the unseeded duo from Denmark. Atmosphere building nicely here. Men's singles on show court 2 as well, so plenty happening. Well, they have met the once before. You saw that. That was in the Thomas and Ewart Cup 3 years ago. It was in May, and Goh and Tan came through on that occasion. 21-18 in both games. As we take a look at the profile of the old man of the court, 39 years of age. He'd kill me if he heard me, wouldn't he? But yeah, he is a man of experience. Formerly #1 with Carsten Morgensen, of course, his dear friend and doubles partner for so long. And breaking away with Mats Conrad Pedersen. There he is, 31 years old. Both these two ranked 79 in the world right now, in only their 5th tournament together. They've had some good results, though. They won the Russian Open, also the Canadian Open, and the Spanish International as well this year. Lost in the round of 16 at the US Open. So this is their path through. They had a walkover against Ko and Shin from South Korea initially, then took down Kim and Park from the same country, and Alfian and Ardianto. Now that takes some doing, downing the top seeds, the world #7s, in some style last night. 66 minutes was all they needed. And their opponents, very tough players in their own right. The 30-year-old Goh Vishem from KL, Kuala Lumpur. Ranked 15th in the world these days. Olympic silver medalists, are among the best doubles pairs in Malaysian history, alongside his dear friend and partner Tang Wee Kiong. Slim pickings this year for them in terms of results, really. Not an awful lot to talk about. And the path through we'll see shortly. But it should be an interesting watch, this one. There we are. They've just a straight game win in their quarter-final match against Kim Ji-jong and Lee Yong-dae. That was a good result. 21-18, 21-19, 37 minutes played for these two independent players. They've played 32 matches this year, won 19, lost only 13 of them. Should be a really tight affair. So all the players poised and ready to explode on court with energy. That's what this men's doubles is all about, getting off to a quick start. Trying to get on the front foot quickly.
And on my left, Mats Conrad Pedersen and Mathias Boll, Denmark. Tang Wee Kiong to serve to Mathias Boll.
Men's double semi-final from the top half of the draw. Boh and Conrad Pedersen take on Goh Vishem and Tang Wee Kiong.
One low. One off. Solo, 2-1. Service over. 3-4.
Good communication between both teams. That's what it's all about. Good men's doubles. Just over pressing on a couple though. Conrad Pettersson in the early stages here. John Poulsen courtside, watching on avidly, trying to offer a little help as well. But of course, he used to play with Mats Pila Kolding, the big, tall Danish giant. Not anymore. Partnering up very, very successfully with Mathias Bo. Team in red at the top of your picture are Thai Masters champions at the start of the season, semi-finalists of the New Zealand Open and Malaysian Masters as well for the men in red. 3/4 finals as well for Go and Tan.
Service over. 6-7.
A lot of instruction from the coaches. Govisham there just taking his eye off the shuttle because Mathias Bo just closing down any space on the court very quickly right here. Look at that, trying desperately to intervene. That was loaded with power, wasn't it, from Tan? Won't be flicking in a hurry off the serve, Mathias Bo. Not to lead to Tan anyway. The team in red, well, they left the badminton Malaysia last, at the top of the year, embarked on a career independent of the national setup at the start of 2019. A little stone-handed there, Govisham. So the Danes, a welcome score, 11-8. They head to the turn after Just 6 minutes played out here on one.
Det eneste er det der flot, hvis vi bliver fanget på den, hvor den anden er på vej tilbage. Når han løber igennem, så slår han meget flat. Skal vi turde lige at tage Ketchup lidt op, fordi jeg tror ikke, at de går ud. Men når de slår hårdt, så slår han virkelig højt, for jeg vil gerne have det samme, som i går. Så skal vi bare turde, så vi kan stå med Ketchup op, og så bare blokke, hvis tanken kommer op og står med det, så det er godt at have. Og så faktisk
20 seconds. Scored 1, 20 seconds.
Well, the Danes in particular marching around with purposeful on-court demeanour. That's great defence from the two Malaysians. Oh, they were in the driving seat there, and a collective gasp from the crowd as Tan Wee Kiong just misses this final shot. Only left-hander on court, of course, Matthias Bo. Well, it was great defence from the men in black, but to no avail in the end. The two Malaysians kept the pressure on and in the end got what they deserved. Easy dispatch. Oh yes, now that was loaded with power, wasn't it, from Go Vishem, right at the body of Matthias Bo. Sweet timing as well, really loose-wristed there. Malaysians drawing level on the scoreboard again. It's really interesting because the man in your picture here, Go Vishem, when I was working with Morten Frost, he was suggesting that, you know, soft blocks from him are a rarity. He likes the flat, hard drives, and it becomes a little bit predictable and almost a weakness at this level as a consequence. I'm wondering whether he's added to his game a little in that regard, as the Danes just break to the front again in this very tight men's doubles.
14-12. 12.
Dane's got a little lucky there. Somehow Tan missed. Normally doesn't. Terrific turnaround from Conrad Pedersen, who you'd imagine can relax ever so slightly with the 4-point cushion now. Terrific defense there, and look at that, just closing that down quickly. He's a strong unit. Oh yes, very nice from Tan Wee Kyung. The twins touch and power so beautifully, making the difficult look really easy in that point. But it's still the Danes with a 3-point cushion here. Court attendant requested to come on by Matthias Bo. You can see a few glistening beads of sweat on the court surface.
Thank you.
Well, men's doubles is all about momentum, as we know. Can Bo and Conrad Pedersen hold on here? Coach pretty vocal in their corner. Oh, that's nice. That's Conrad Pedersen here, so alert. The look that the service judge just got there from Matthias Bo says it all, doesn't it? I'm 39 years old. I've been playing this game for the majority of my life. I don't do that. Service fault called. So can the Malaysians nibble away at the deficit on the scoreboard here? Back-to-back points for the men in red. Tan Wee Kyung looking particularly alert right now. Oh, has he made it? He has, you know. He has found that somehow. Full-length dive from Mads Conrad Pedersen. And he's twisted that very big point their way. He wants the court swept, of course he does, but obviously there'll have been a challenge. That is a game-changing get. Look at this athleticism here. See it again from this angle. Look at that for end range control. That could be a game changer. A brilliant dive and standout athleticism from the hirsute Mads Conrad Pedersen. Oh, well, the Danes were so watertight in defence, but in the end, the Malaysian persistence won that point. But they were brought back to neutral on a couple of occasions there, having to reset and go again. Showing a lot of character under pressure, both teams.
Time's over. 19-16.
So after 18 minutes, Bo and Conrad Pedersen, 4 game points. Govichem with enough telling power to buckle them on that occasion, but still they've work to do, the Malaysians. They're right under the cosh now. Oh, it's gone over. It has gone over, you know. Yeah. 2 game points saved by Goan Tan. Just bobbled over the Dane side, that shuttle. Oh, brilliant. Sustained pressure from the men in black. It's Team Denmark, Bo and Conrad Pedersen, who secure the opening game. 21 points to 18. 19 minutes played.
Når vi endelig kommer igennem, så får den langt højt væk. Vi stresser selv, hvis den bliver for flot, når den kommer om bagfra. Som Bo helt rigtigt sagde, der står spillet hver gang. Så det er det store ud på det stående. Og der er meget god men vi kan helt op i det. Jeg har set det lækkert. Vi kan ikke og så skal vi tilbage.
还有加力一下，他没有抢回网，他只能抢用一半上来抢，你不要讲啊，慢慢来抢。防守 OK 了，保持了，再被动好一点位置，然后就抢。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, the Danes creating a lot of ruffles in this men's doubles draw already. Unseeded duo took down Ko and Shin of Korea, then Alfian and Ardianto of Indonesia, the top seeds, as well as the 6 seeds. And here they are, looking very good against the 4th seeds now for a berth in this year's men's doubles final of the Chinese Taipei Open here. Oh yes, it's in. Misjudgment there from Conrad Pedersen. And a wince with the miss from Matthias Ball. Got to be careful going to that corner of the court. Slight subtle drift from left to right on our main camera position if you are just joining us. Welcome along. You're in the company of Paul Hand. Great to have you. Semi-final Saturday here at the Yonex Chinese Taipei Open in the Taipei Arena. That's a pretty packed house as well. Exactly $12,000 between losing in the semi-finals and a final berth for these doubles teams. That's split between them as a pairing. Despo with a quizzical look at that mistake. So nothing between them in this tight second game. The Malaysians staying on court. The Danes just quickly off for a towel down. Very highly competitive affair. Govisham, they're just kissing the tape on the way through. He is power-laden, this Govisham. He doesn't like to depend on his hand skills quite as much as the other three, who are all former world #1s. So that's saying something. You need to have it all in men's doubles if you want to get right to the top of the tree. Oh, yes. Powering his way through, the stockiest built athlete on the court. Conrad Pedersen here, having the last laugh, finding the hole on the court. Oh, the Danes so good with the fast liftaways to counter and get back in charge of the point. They did so there so well, but unable to keep the pressure on with an unforced error. The idea was right, but just not the execution of it. It's about now that the Danes accelerated away in the opening game to an 11-8 cushion at the turn. They'll be keen to get that sort of lead here as well. Of course they will. Oh, hang on. Hands down from the Lions judge. Tan Wee Keong thought it was well long. So we're going upstairs for an immediate challenge now. What happened here? Let's take a look. It was a flick serve. Tan thought it had gone long, spilt over the service line. Let's have it confirmed. What did happen? He's absolutely right. That's missed by a country mile. Come on, service judge. Get on the programme. I rarely say that, to be fair, because normally they are absolutely red hot, but that one missed by a long way. Unless he was obscured, but I can't see that somehow. Love the idea from Matthias Bo, who's ever creative, but it's the Malaysians here. Just 1 point from the mid-game interval lead. And they do so. This time there's been a bit of a turnaround then. So Team Malaysia, Goh and Tan, 11-8 in game 2. Role reversal. The Danes deep in thought, the Malaysians deep in discussion. It's a must-win game for them if they're to keep their Chinese Taipei Open title bid alive. Well, his mind is just computing that he's got to be careful going to that side of the court. That's a couple of pretty much back-to-back errors almost from Matthias Bo this way. Probably knew as soon as he hit it that it was going. So 4-point cushion then for the rampant Malaysians. Oh, that was explosive. Getting burnt by the flick serve there was Go Vishem. He's power laden. There's no doubting that, Conrad Pettersson. Got to be careful. Oh, that's gorgeous. Tan Wee Kiong with a top draw drop here. Look at this. Taking all the speed out of that. Exceptional feel from the shortest man on court. And still the Malaysians here with a 5-point cushion in game 2. Find that stinging attack again, the Danes. Oh, it's in. Yep, no, he's going to challenge. Well, he was flying through the air, wasn't he, as the shuttle landed, Conrad Pettersson. So, well, I've said it before, I'm not going to put my neck on the line again. Fans pretty invested in this one as well. It's been a very watchable contest, this men's doubles clash, from the top of the men's doubles draw. But these two still adrift on the scoreboard in game 2, where they took the opener relatively convincingly. Yeah, it's caught the edge of the line. Super precision from the two Malaysians. Sticking with the dictatorial theme then, with the Malaysian flag flying around in the stands. They've delighted their fans with this probable turnaround. Oh, almost. The net rushing man in black there, Conrad Pettersson, with a smile all over his face. It was high tariff badminton here, just closing down the space, and he almost made it. Now it's game points, 9 of them for the Malaysians here. Brilliant. A stunning game of badminton from the men in red. Go Vishem and his partner Tan Wee Kiong take game 2 21 points to 11. We're going to have a third and deciding game. Don't go anywhere. So players back for game 3 then, keen to get underway, and the men in red to keep their bubble of momentum, which they've blown up quite nicely here going into the start of game 3. Can they continue in that vein, or will these two bring their pin? Good defence there from the bigger of the two Danes. Buckling in the end, though. Govichem having the last laugh as he brings parity again to the scoreboard. 40 minutes played, nothing between these two teams. The Malaysians are bringing a lot of speed right now. They've upped the pace. Can the Danes live with them to turn this one around? Most experienced man on court, Matthias Bull. Only left-hander. Can he find a way through today? Brilliant. Just a blur of red at the top of your picture, all over this. There's a fine return of serve set up by this man that did the damage. Oh, that's nice. Little hold there from Govichem. Very deceptive. Oh, that's nice. Again, alert at the net. He's been good in the front court. Normally he's the back court player. Continuing with the momentum theme right now, the Malaysians, they break away for a 3-point lead in game 3. Looking absolutely honed. Radar fully alerted now. Men in black just flailing around, unable to contain the energy of these two. But of course, like all good waves, everything crashes down and they will wait their turn, the Danes. Now, is this their moment to strike? Run of 3 points coming to an end for these two. Right through the middle. Did well to get around and behind that. Good play from Matthias Bo. Just deflecting that back with interest. Well, they've been on the back foot for the last few minutes or so now, the Danes. European concern. Still 3 points adrift on the scoreboard, these two. They're going to have to raise the bar somehow. Well, that'll help, the service error. Tan Wee Kiong there was just almost throwing his arms around as he was approaching the net so quickly. Matthias Bo falling for it. Let's see it again here. Let's see. So he plays that one, then watch him coming forwards. Well, they got to the turn first in game 2, the Malaysians, and they look like they're going to do again here. Oh, that was power laden from Goh Vishem, and they do indeed hit the turn in front. 5-point cushion for Goh and Tan. Big resurgence from the two Malaysians. In the driving seat of game 3, 5 points between both teams. The flags fluttering nicely for Malaysia.
他基本上是跑出，有机会的时候挡下来，不要太松，太松。对对，然后很难手才不太拉。然后进攻的时候这边要进攻，因为他会出界注意。啊，这边你怕那头了，你可以打下来，拍出我们会出界，这个要注意。下来，对，就是怕接怕也是接怕，尽量是不想要做下来。这边的话你是打下来不了，就打他。记得要换衣吗？
Well, Three consecutive points have gone the way of these two. Can they hold on and resist the talented duo the other side of the net in black? Unseeded team, but high-level doubles players from Denmark. And they have such a presence on court, the Danes. Good energy as well from Mathias Bo, who looks poised. Oh, a lucky break off the net for Govisham, and Mads Conrad Pedersen can barely believe it. 31-year-old trying out with all his might to find a way of timing that, but no, it just deviated too much. Again, on occasions, he can look a little stone-handed, can't he, Govisham? And that's said with respect. He's obviously a great player, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, yes. Twinning subtle touch with his power there, Govisham, to redeem himself entirely and delight his many fans here. Some hang time on that smash. So reinstates the generous cushion on the scoreboard. It's a 6-point advantage. The Danes right up against it here. Backs against the wall badminton for the men in black. They've taken down the top seeds last night, remember, as well as the 6 seeds, Ko and Shin, in their opening round. Mind you, that was courtesy of a walkover, I have to say. Oh yeah, very nice. Oh, it's brilliant. Tan Wee Keong. There we are, a little bit of a low 5 going on under the net in appreciation of just how quick he was from Mathias Bo. Look at this. Almost saluting him. It was a moment of brilliance there with that cross net. Superb badminton here from the Taipei Arena on semi-final Saturday. It doesn't get better than that point. That was standout. Now, is there anything left from the two Danes who have been right under the cosh in the last 5-10 minutes or so? Oh, brilliant. Twinning so effectively, the Malaysians right now. It's all out aggression from Goan Tan. superb to watch. Surely an unassailable lead for these two, unless Matthias Bo and his partner can dig right into their experience bank. Oh yes, they could there. That was nice. Super alert, the lefty. No, not at that stage. An untimely service error from Mads Conrad Pedersen. Could pay a heavy price for that miss. Oh yes. Well, they've been really treated today. 3 of the 4 matches we've watched on semi-final Saturday here from Show Court 1 have been electric. They've been 3-game affairs. Well, they've dug really deep to be here, haven't they? Having dropped that opening game, the men in red from Malaysia, Goh and Tan, have really turned this around. And they took it on their first match point opportunity. A characterful resistance from 2 very stern Malaysians. Showing real resilience today. Goh Vishem and Tan Wee Kiong are in to tomorrow's final, the showpiece. And they are pleased with themselves. That is a fine win. 55 minutes it took them, coming through 21-12 in the deciding game. Goh Vishem and Tan Wee Kiong march on in Chinese Taipei.